Both movies have a character from the Dark Knight movie. The difference is Two-Face and Lucius have enough rank to make it to presidential status on Olympus Has Fallen. So DC, you go boy. Rachel only makes it to Secret Service status, and Electro is the president in White House Down. So you go, Marvel. Or Sony if you really want to get technical. President Sawyer wins the election fair and square and becomes the 11th black cinematic US president sworn into office. Just check my math or whatever. Morgan Freeman only temporarily becomes president on a technicality, so it's a fat asterisk in the history books for his character. Side note, the face you make when you realize you should have just compared this movie to Deep Impact. Both first ladies in the film have like 1 minute of screen time. Over here, it's because she dies super early. The main character, Mike, has a job with the US Secret Service, but gets fired because he's the one that lets the first lady die at the beginning. Kel interviews for a job with the Secret Service, but he doesn't get it because he messes up on the list 2 strengths 2 weaknesses question. At least when Mike gets fired, he gets to go home to a loving wife. Kel is the total opposite because his baby mama and baby mama baby both hate him with a passion. On his way to work, security at the White House checks his vehicle to make sure there's no explosives. Olympus Has Fallen takes place the day after 4th of July, so I don't know if it's a time and a half thing, but security is given the day off, so you could bring all the explosives you want, I guess. The bad guys put on their Walmart rollback Halloween masks and rush the building and destroy the president's front lawn. Later on at White House Down, the president's lawn gets destroyed too, but it's totally his fault. It sucks because terrorists take down the White House with an entire army and a whole bunch of guns. It sucks even more in White House Down because they take down the White House with a couple of janitors and 1 gun. Obviously the bad guys on this side are a bit more organized. Big difference between the work ethic is the part where you see these villains kill people, but in Olympus Has Fallen, not only do they kill people, but they also kill dead people. Sound the alarm and the president is taken to his bunker for safety. In Olympus Has Fallen, he's taken hostage by the first villain from the Fast and the Furious franchise, and the villain from the last Terminator movie is bad at terrorism and lets him get away. Both presidents are pissed when they find out they've gotten stabbed in the back. The traitors are former members of the president's Secret Service detail, and now the president looks like an idiot because his staff doesn't do thorough background checks. The excuse over here is the guy quit a couple of months ago, so he's not really their problem. And there's no excuse over here because even though it's his last day, he's still on payroll. Once captured, the president is concerned about the little kid that's still in the White House. His son Connor is a master of hide and seek and hides inside the wall so the gunman can't find him. Kel's daughter is like one of those kids who cheats and won't get off base and hides outside the walls, which defeats the purpose. Meanwhile, outside the White House, the terrorists have managed to get all the way up to a GTA 5-star wanted level. With the president out of commission, America has to do the 25th Amendment thing and get a new president. There's no time to waste and they get to it right away in Olympus Has Fallen. In White House Down, there's plenty of time to waste and they talk about it some more. Then finally, the new president swears to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Twice. Both speakers of the House become president and the bad guy communicates with the new head of state, and this guy tells him, if you don't cooperate with our demands, we're gonna have to kill people. Here, the bad guy says, even if you cooperate with our demands, we're gonna kill people anyway. As for what the villain wants, he wants the US to recall their naval fleets and our troops from a foreign country, which is weird because President Sawyer was gonna do that anyway in his movie. The hero calls the new president and starts providing intel on what's going on in the White House. Mike is very, very quiet and makes sure no one could hear him, and Kel puts them on speakerphone to make sure him and the terrorists could hear the conversation nice and clear. Later on, they go to the basement and the bodyguard is all like, go on without me because we're only halfway through the movie and I gotta stay busy until the 115-minute mark. Connor escapes and runs to freedom. The little girl runs too, but it's because she's caught and there's a gun pointed at her head. The general comes up with a plan to send helicopters to help, but the hero warns the general that it's a bad idea because the bad guys have heavy artillery. The general ignores him and sends the helicopters anyway, and
no, no, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
They get shot down and start dropping like mixtapes. One of the choppers land on the roof and then it's raining men as the hero falls from the ceiling. The Dark Knight character warns the hero that they have X amount of minutes left over before they can safely get the president out of there. In both movies, the bad guys get the president's launch codes, but in White House Down, the bad guys get to fire a missile at least once though. But now that the terrorists got what they came for, they start letting hostages go. These bad guys let one hostage go, cough cough by mistake, and these bad guys let all of them go, cough cough again. When it's time for the epic showdown, President Asher doesn't resort to violence and just sits there. President Sawyer screams thug life and jumps in the fight. In both movies, the bad guy brings out a knife. Mike is against the ropes because the villain knows karate. Walker may not know karate, but he does know crazy. The fight is ended when the main bad guy gets his head stabbed over here, and over here, the main bad guy gets his head blown off instead. With seconds left, the nuclear weapons are disarmed. One hero disarms the bomb with trigger fingers, the other uses Twitter fingers. And those are 24 reasons these movies are different, so truth or dare, like and share, leave a comment under there. If you don't, that's not fair. This thing took a week to prepare. But I'm not a rapper though.
Best elevator music I've ever heard.